Back on MorningLine, Dr. Friday, good morning to you, ma'am. I'll tell you what, we're helping a lot of people. The phone lines are packed and a lot of comments coming in on Facebook at News Channel 5 Plus and newschannel5.com. A question here for you. And boy, people have such different situations I haven't thought of. In this case, a 19-year-old who was claimed as a dependent but got his own refund. What do you imagine will happen there?
If he's a dependent, it's going to be the same as claiming your parents. So unfortunately, the concept's going to come to this. And sometimes, you know, guys, it isn't the amount you're getting in the stimulus for that child, or let's say $1,200 he would get on his own. But if the parents claimed college credits plus that child, they would have gotten almost $3,000.
Sure.
So it's not always a dollar for dollar deduction in that kind of situation. The stimulus may not be the best deal for you.
Stacy's asking, okay, and I'm assuming this one is independent. A 17-year-old that worked and filed taxes, would that 17-year-old not get a stimulus check?
If they are not the dependent of somebody else on the tax return, the answer is yes, they would qualify for the $1,200. But most 17-year-olds are still living at home and the parents are still providing more than 50% of their cash.
I gotcha. All right, and then another one here. What if we did not file in 2018 due to having a critically ill child?
Then you will get the stimulus when you get ready to file your 18, 19s, or I mean, basically in 20 it will reconcile. So it's not going anywhere. Take care of the child, get caught up on taxes. The money will be there when you're ready to file.
All right, let's go next to, I believe, Mary. Hi, Mary. What's your question for Doc Friday? Hi, Mary. Are you there? She was waiting for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll try to come back to her. I hate to lose her, but, you know, we've got to move on. Let's go next to, I think, we've got Robert. Robert, good morning. What's your question, Robert?
Yes, I was trying to see if you get a paper check in the mail, how long would it take for you to get your stimulus check in the mail?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's a great question, and they haven't really totally, they basically said they were going to start issuing checks as of this coming Friday is their goal. So, you know, if you were to file your taxes, just regular tax returns, and wait for a paper check, you're looking at 3 to 6 weeks to that check to come. So, you know, I would assume roughly the same, at least I would say at least 30 days from now, or from this Friday, assuming that they're not doing all direct deposits first and then following up with checks. I don't know the process that they're going to use. Sorry.
All right, let's go. Let's see if we can we'll give Mary one more shot. Mary,
Sure.
Are you there with your question, Mary? Hi, Mary.
Hey, hello?
Hey, go ahead, sweetie. What's
Hi.
your question?
I want to ask her, my son has been incarcerated for 10 years, and he's been out 10 years, but he's paying back child support. So how will he get a check?
Probably not. Again, the only time that the person will not get a check that should be getting, at least qualifies, would be if somebody is child support in the arrears. Now, if there's agreements made or something like that, but my understanding it's pretty straightforward. If you're in the arrears, that $1,200 will go towards the back child support.
Yeah, that's the one exception. Regina's asking, if someone else claims you this year, will you still get a check if you filed last year? Yeah.
No, I mean,
Okay.
again, they are basing this basically on 2019. So, you know, again, if you're claiming somebody that maybe the $1,200, this is a good year to reevaluate your tax properly, you know, just making sure that you're getting the best advantages. Usually claiming someone as a dependent over the age of 17 is got a value of about $500 nowadays, unless they're in college. So the stimulus and letting them file on their own would be a better plan, but this is a once in a blue moon situation.
Yes, gotcha. And so just to reiterate, because I'm seeing a lot of comments on Facebook right now saying, all right, they're dependents, but they filed tax returns. If you are being claimed as a dependent, you don't get a check.
Exactly.
It's that simple, whether you file taxes or not. All right, let's go next to, I believe we got Helen. Hi, Helen. What's your question for Dr. Friday? Oh, Sonia. I'm sorry. It's Sonia now. Go ahead, Sonia. I'm sorry.
Hi, this is Tanya. I have a question. In 2008, we had an outstanding credit with the IRS for adoption tax credit, and that was refunded to us. Is there anything in this stimulus package that does the same thing now?
Well, there's still adoption credits out there. Not part of the stimulus credit, but there is adoption credit still available.
Okay, so the credit would still be available. That's not changing.
No, but it has nothing to do with the stimulus. It's
Yeah.
in the tax code. So adoption credits are still there. They're not all refundable. In fact, very few of them are refundable. They actually just reduce your taxes. And then if you paid in taxes, you would get a refund from your own tax dollars. But there is credits out there for adoption, yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's go next to Diane. Diane, good morning. Do you have a question for Dr. Friday?
Are you talking to me, Diane?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Hi, Nick. This
Hi.
is Diane.
Hi.
Dr. Friday, I really don't have a question for you. I just have a comment that I want to make, and you and Nick, y'all can turn around and hear it. You know, because I've been doing taxes now for 25 years.
Yeah.
So I basically know where I stand, you know, with my taxes. But I just want to make this here comment. Please forgive me, because I just have this deep need to say it, because I watch Nick them every single morning, all day long. And I just have to say this here. To the parents out there, the mothers and the fathers, I'd like to ask you to do something for me, please. If you got children between teenage ages, in their 20s and in their early 30s, talk to them. Because, see, you started off our year with a murder epidemic. Now, here we are, not even in the middle of our year, and we have a pandemic, okay? So stop running around here killing each other, shooting each other, stabbing each other, dragging each other.
Gotcha. Point taken. You know what? That's a good message, whether we're in a pandemic or not.
Great message.
Yeah.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you for watching. We got to get back to some more questions about taxes and the like. And I think, let's see, do we have Jennifer on line 8? Jennifer, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Go ahead, ma'am. What's your question?
I had custody of my sister's children last year for 8 months. She's since got them back and has custody back. I filed taxes on them naturally because I had them majority of the year. And so who will receive, and they get Social Security. They have no income. So how will they base that? It's concerning to me, because will we both get it for them? Because, you know, they're back home now.
Okay.
And that wouldn't really be fair.
Yeah, that's
You see what I'm
interesting.
saying? It'd be
No,
like a double payment on one set of kids. So
Okay.
So they're going to base it again. 19 is the year they're looking at for the children, reconciling on 20. So my understanding, if you were the one claiming them on 19, you will be the one getting the $500 credit for each child. She can't claim them on 19 because you had them for more than 6 months and 1 day. So she'll claim them on 20, and then she will qualify for whatever. But since they're on your tax return, my understanding of the tax law will be you will be the one receiving that money.
All right. Let's go next to Kevin. Kevin, do you have a question this morning, Kevin?
Hello?
Hi, Kevin. Go ahead.
Yes. My question is, I live on my Social Security alone, and I was wondering if they were going to get a stimulus package or not. I mean, I'm getting by just fine. I'm a lot better off than some people that have lost their jobs and this and that. But
Sure.
I'll just tell you.
Oh, I know. It would help you a lot, and the answer would be
Yes.
yes. He'll get a check. He'll get a check, and they'll know where to find him because they will send that check to the same place they send his SSI.
100%. Yes.
Okay, so good for you, sir. It's amazing you're getting by okay on SSI, which is not a lot of money, and I'm very glad to hear all these SSI recipients are going to be getting something because it'll help them greatly. It really will. Let's go next to Linda. Linda, good morning. What's your question, Linda?
Hello?
Hello, Linda. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was wondering, I get SSI too, and mine goes directly onto a card. And when we get the stimulus check, we still do get our disability check that we receive every month too, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, this will not affect any of your benefits. Look at it a little bit more like a gift than any kind of change of income status. This is a one-time situation where this will go back on your card, $1,200 to just help you through this difficult time, but it will have no effect on your benefits.
Okay, and again, I'm getting a lot of people here saying they're on SSI or some type of disability or have not paid or filed taxes in years, but they're in the system. Do I get a check? And the answer, unless you owe back child support, is yes.
Yes, and you do not need to file a tax return, because that's one of the biggest ones I'm getting as well is, do I have to have a tax return to get qualified? No, if you're in the system, you are already qualified.
Terrific information this morning. Stay right where you are, Doc Friday. When we come back, we're going to take more calls and questions for you off of Facebook, newschannel5.com, News Channel 5 Plus. Your questions on taxes with the expert right after this.